Hello, name is Joe, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Shared Deck. Today I'm going to be doing another monocolored Commander Deck Tech for Ghoulcaller Gisa. So the reason why I made this deck is because last week I made Miscellaneous the Lunar deck, which is essentially a mono white human tribal deck with +1/+1 counters and token generators. So I thought it was only fitting for me to make a mono black zombie deck. So with that, that's how we came about with this deck. So just like any other zombie deck, it tries to win, trying to overwhelm your opponents with zombies. Has a very good graveyard recursion game plan, and also kind of there's another theme that you pay 1 life to draw a card whenever a zombie dies. So that's pretty much it. So with that, let's talk about the commander. So we got Ghoulcaller Gisa, which is you pay 1 swamp, sacrifice another creature, you put X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens into the battlefield, where X is the power of the sacrificed creature's power. It's 3/4. So the activated ability is very good, especially for this deck since it has a very good graveyard recursion game plan. So you keep sacrificing the zombie, we'll just keep getting it back, we'll keep replaying it, and hopefully that'll be enough for us to win the game. So with that, let's start with the cards. So in this section it's going to be cards that is better with a lot. If there's zombies in the battlefield, or powers out, or makes our zombies a lot more powerful, gives them +1/+1 counters and such. So we got Gravecrawler. So Grave Spawn Sovereign, which is very good. So this could get a creature from any graveyard, not just ours. So Relentless Dead, just keep on coming back. So Noxious Ghoul, so this is a very conditional board wipe. So if we're able to put a lot of zombies in the battlefield all at once, this is a very good card. Gem Palm Polluter, so if you have a lot of zombies in the battlefield and you just need to knock that life total a little bit for one player, this is the card to get. And also cycles too, just good. Diregraph Colossus gets a +1/+1 counter for each zombie in the graveyard, and whenever we cast a zombie, it contributes to the army too. So. Undead Augur, so whenever a zombie dies, we draw a card and lose 1 life, which is good for this deck. So we got Graveborn Muse. So this is a very it's a double-edged sword, because the more zombies you have in the battlefield, the more your life total is in danger. So it's better to, if this card is gonna kill you, you better sacrifice it somehow, so before it does. But it is a good source of card advantage. So. Shepherd of Wrath, so each player loses 1 life for each zombie in the battlefield. Again, another double-edged sword card, because if there is a lot of zombies, you're risking your life total too. So Plague Belcher, so whenever enters the battlefield, you put 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature you control. More than likely you're just going to put it on a zombie token and just go get on with the game. But what it does is whenever another zombie you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, which is very good. Gives it that reach, especially if an opponent is really low in life, on life. Vengeful Dead, pretty much a weaker version of Plague Belcher. Zombie Apocalypse. So this is an I win card if you're playing against any human deck. So for me to counter that, I added Glory. Oh, I'm sorry, Angel of the Glory Rise from my Miscellaneous deck. So it has its own I win card. I don't know, I thought it was only fitting for the mono white to have at least somewhat of an I win card too. So we're here at the Lord section, where all our zombies gets +1/+1 whenever they're in play. So Lord of the Undead also gives out a little bit of graveyard recursion. Lord of the Curse makes our zombies a little bit difficult to block. Cemetery Reaper. It's doubles as a graveyard hate card. Death Baron. Undead War Chief. Let's get a little bit closer there. Also ramps. So Risen Executioner. So if this is the only creature in the graveyard, that will be very good. So you can keep casting it for 4 mana. Just keep it coming back into play. Just keep sacrificing Ghoulcaller Gisa, and hopefully they won't be able to deal with it. Liliana's Mastery. So we're here in the Crypt Breaker, so it gives us a little bit of card advantage. So Rot Hulk. So with this, it was either this or Grave Titan. So I decided to use Rot Hulk instead because it is a zombie. It gets the +1/+1 counters. So by the time I cast this, hopefully I'll have a couple of zombies in the battle in the graveyard for it to recur. So Call to the Grave. Endless Ranks of the Dead. So the more zombies in the battlefield, the more powerful this card gets. Necromancer Stockpile. Since all of my creatures in my deck are zombies, so it is a card advantage because I'll be drawing a card and also making a token too. Soulless One. So we're here at the plain old just zombie section. So we got Stronghold Assassin, also creature removal. Flashback Marauder. Let's get close here. Giraffe's Messenger. Can be sacrificed twice because of Undying. Loyal Subordinate. Gives out that little bit of that reach if we need to take out an opponent. Midnight Reaper. So this is another card that lets us draw a card whenever a creature of ours dies, non-token. Bone Miser. So we do have a couple of cards that let us discard to gain something. So this is very good. And it's also a zombie, so it doesn't hurt. Dread Wanderer. Correction Delver. Lets us recur a creature at expense of life. So Grey Merchant and Asphodel. So this is a card that I want to recur time over and over again. Since this is only I only have 4 cards that let me gain life, and this is one of them. Cursed Horde, making our zombies indestructible. Twisted Abomination, mana fixing, and also so Murderous Rider, another card that gets us game life and doubles as removal. Skin Render. Corpse Augur. Let's get a little closer there. Alright. Now we're here at the tokens, I guess. So we got Army of the Damned. Token making. Nope. Sorry. So this is my 3rd card that lets me gain life. Tendrils of Corruption. So we're in the creature or removal section. Tragic Slip. Dismember. Cruel Revival also doubles as a creature recursion. Feed the Swarm. So this is the only card that I could use to remove an enchantment, so I'll use this very sparingly. Siphon Flesh. We're in the no board white section. So we got Necrotic Hex. Mutilate, because it's mono black. And then we have some way to protect our creature, our commander. So we got Swiftfoot Boots. Calling Dice. Creature, I'm sorry. This is card advantage. Hopefully they don't have a stifle whenever we do cash it in. So we're at the Miscellaneous section. So we got Plunge into Darkness. So this is my last card that lets me gain life at the expense of sacrificing creatures. and then I could pay X to look at the top X cards of my library and put one of them into my hand and remove the rest from the game. So this is very good, especially if I'm trying to dig for an answer. So if I have a somewhat of a healthy life total, I'll be able to do that. So I could also play Entwine, so I could do both. Graveback, Correction Reclamation, Graveyard Recursion, Entreat the Dead. So this is a pet card. So we're in the ramp section. So we got Dark Ritual, Wayfarer's Bauble, Charcoal Diamond, Soul Ring, Commander Spear, Jet Medallion, and Myriad Landscape. So we're in the non-basic land now. So we got Cabal Pit. So it's hard for us to get into Threshold, but if they do, it gets a -2/-2 counter, so it's very conditional creature removal. Grip of Agadim. We do fill our graveyard pretty often, so this is very good. Ebon Stronghold. So if we do need that ramp, like one-time ramp, this is a very good card. Leech Ridden Swamp. This pings our opponent. Ghost Quarter takes out those Maze of Ith. Haunted Fangraph. Creature Recursion. Everglades. Then Dakmore Salvage. Polluted Mire. So if we do cycle it, at least if we do cycle it away with the Bone Miser in play, we get 2 black mana, so which is good. The Baron Moor. Mortuary Mire. Bujuka Bog. Creature, graveyard hate card. And Rogue's Passage whenever we need to make a creature unblockable. That would be good. And we also have 24 swamps on here, all the same artwork. So I'm not going through all that. So 24, which makes a grand total of 36 lands. With that concludes our Commander deck tech for Ghoulcaller Gisa. So thank you for watching. So if you do like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye.